everyone, I'm Kathy Fortner, independent consultant with The Pampered Chef, and I'm here to help you get more out of mealtime. And the way I'm doing that today is to show you how to use the Rapid-Prep Mandolin. Now, I've had mandolins in the past, several of them, but this one is absolutely next level. I totally love it. I was so excited when they came out with this. So, it comes with 5 pieces. First of all, it stacks together and packages together so nice and neat like this. Don't you just love that? It fits right into my cabinet. Don't have to worry about where the separate pieces are. And I can even lift up the mandolin, see, and it holds the tray. So we're just going to give it a simple pop. It's really easy to come off. And we have our food catcher. We have the mandolin, first of all, the most important part, right? The food catcher tray. And put this down. We have our food chute and our food pusher and our dual-sided cleaning brush. And this is sold separately. So such an awesome tool. This is great for cleaning out the nooks and crannies of the mandolin, but also for like around your sinks and your oven, your stoves and all that, all the nooks and crannies that you have around the kitchen too for cleaning. So I love this tool. I actually have 2 of them in my tool turnabout over there. So our mandolin, you can tell right now it's nice and closed. It has a lock to keep it closed. So we're going to unlock it. I'll slide it open. There we go. And then here's where our blade is. Now it's in the locked position right now. Not only that, but I have all the settings on 0, so the blades are nice and flat as well, so nice and safe. And on the back, you can see we have our knobs here. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see them. We have 2 knobs, and this one tells us if we're just going to do a straight cut or if we're going to julienne or French fry. And our thick one there is more for French fries. And our one over here, turning all the way over, is for julienne, which is kind of a small hash brown. So we've got the big one there, and then here we have our knob with how thick it is, and we have 8 different thicknesses that you can slice. So we have our 2 knobs there. I'm gonna put them both on 0 or straight for that. Here we're gonna pop it open, so we have our stand, so we can stand it up straight. And this fits right into here. And you can tell it has that nice little triangle built right into the food catcher tray. And also the cutouts here. So you can tell which way the food catcher tray is supposed to go. Okay, and then we give this a twist, and that brings up our blade. So if you watch, there we go. So blade is locked down. Give it a twist, bring it up, and now our blade is up. We're going to attach our food chute here, and that also locks in with the same locking mechanism as the door here. There. And then we have our food pusher here. Now, I just got out some potatoes. I was kind of thinking to myself, I'm not even using these in dinner tonight, so we're going to have some fun with some extra potatoes. I have several here, and I was just going to show you the different cuts that that it makes. So right now I have it on 0 and 0. So use my food pusher, and you can see what it does with that, which is the super thin. There we go. Get into a rhythm with it. But I was trying to just be careful and do 1 or 2. So the super thin slice here. Now this is going to be great, potato chips, right? You put it in your air fryer, you get some nice thin and crisp potato chips. They're going to cook fast, so you want to watch them very closely. But you can almost see through that slice there. That's how super thin it is. We're going to turn the knob all the way to 8. Make sure I'm all the way over there. Okay. And we'll see how thick it goes. Okay, so that's how thick our slices go. That's the thickest. So you'll go anywhere from that paper thin to this thick. You can see that. So depending on how thick you want your food, not just potatoes, I'm using potatoes, but not just potatoes, depending on how thick you want, there's your variation right there. So one of the things we absolutely love doing, aside from slice, and I've done in terms of just slicing vegetables, beet chips, I love doing cucumbers for infused water, for cucumber water. So anything that you would slice a vegetable for, and it just does it in seconds, rather than sitting there and, cutting constantly down the veggie, you can have it done in moments. For example, let's go ahead, since I have it already set pretty right there on the French fry setting. Let's go to our French fries. So I'll turn the top knob to our thickest. No. Watch how fast this goes. There we go. So there's our French fries. Perfect for going in the basket in the air fryer or in the oven for roasting, for making your French fries. And you saw how fast that was. I love when my farm box comes in the summer and fall, and I get the box and I'm processing, because I like to try to pre-prep my veggies for use during the week. It means I'm more likely to use them, right? Spend less time on dinner. And I can just sit here and knock it out. So, and then let's do our, just for comparison, we'll do our julienne or hash brown setting. There we go. Okay. There. So there you go. So there's our small hash brown. I have a customer who has the Rapid-Prep Mandolin, and she made hash browns for a family one time, posted on Facebook. It was beautiful. So there's our different sizes between like your French fry and your hash brown. You can see that. So it's very quick and easy to use. You saw how fast I went through one potato. The other night I was making soup for my family, and we needed mirepoix, which is your basic soup veggies, your celery, your onion, your carrots. And I was able to put a couple of carrots in here, and I used the julienne setting for that. So, just tapped it on down, veggies on through for the carrots, then the celery, then the onions, and it was done lickety split. So saved me so much time in the kitchen, so much effort. This is so quick and easy to use. You don't have so much wrist action going on. That, and depending on what kind of day you've had, if it's been a rough day at work, it might be kind of fun to come home and pound on this a little bit, right, to prep your dinner and veggies. So anyway, this is the Rapid-Prep Mandolin. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Comment below anyway. Let me know you're here. And if you're watching this on replay, give me a hashtag replay warrior. If you found this video helpful and you have friends and family who eat, please share it. And be sure to like, follow, subscribe, so you'll be notified whenever I go live with a video or post a new video. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Otherwise, I will see you later. Thanks. Bye.